Hey everybody, it's Brenda from Foxy's Creations, and today we're going to do some more embellishments for the Floriculture paper kit from Melodi Made. All her information will be down below. This was done on the previous video. I used the paper that she provided with the little archways on it, cut it out, put together like a little mini journal kind of thing with coffee dyed paper, put that inside, sewed in the signature. We can embellish this. Also on the previous recording, we made these tags from one of the sheets of paper. It had the leaves on it. I drew tags from a pattern and made the tags. I added the parts of the kiwi napkin, the kiwi bird, the ferns, the little words. I added a butterfly, so we have the 3 tags. And then we also took this piece of paper from the kit and I folded it so that, and then I added this embellishment and put a magnet closure. There's a magnet here under the little flower. Put some coffee dyed paper in here, stapled this one, and it's not very many pages. It's only 6 pages total, but we can add some things to this to make some flips and stuff. If I have paper, and I do have stuff we can add to make it flip and stuff like that. So that is this. And this was all in the previous video. So we made all of that. We can go back and embellish those things. Then I cut the cut-aparts from the kit, the tags. Traced out some tags from some scrap papers. So we have all of these tags we can use. This was a cutout from the kit. It's a little journaling card, but we may turn it into something different. We have a circle, and then this was a trifold from the kit. Again, this is going to be something different. I have plans and some more tags. So I'm going to just set these up here. I have this one piece of paper that was left over from, I cut tags off the sides, I think, and this was in the middle. So this is going to be used for something. And then when I was going back through the paper collection, I realized I had missed a paper, and I printed it out. And I'm going to show you guys that one when I find it over here in my little stack of papers. I don't know how I missed it, but I missed this really pretty paper with borders on it. This I'm going to use as pockets and tucks, so, and some of this stuff for embellishments. I printed it on 32-pound paper, and that's the way it prints. So this is going to come in handy. So I'm just going to set that back aside. Now, there was a page in the kit that had these big ferns on it. And what I did was I embellished some time cards. I left the back. And then here I put one of the fern pages, I cut it in half so that there's a pocket here. And I took one of the tags from the kit and put it down in there. This one I didn't make a pocket on, but we could always put a pocket on the back. And I haven't done this card yet. So I was going to do another one with a pocket and show you guys the way that I did that. So I'm going to need the scissors. Let me turn this stuff sideways so it's out of the way. So what I did, I want to make it the same size. So right about there is where we want to cut this. And I want to cut it straight. So let me get my cutter. Because if I cut it with scissors, it is not going to be straight. So I'm going to line it up with one of those lines. And one of those lines. And I'm just going to cut it off. Okay. So then what I did was, this is the back side. I make sure that I have this up, because that's the top of the card. Some Elmer's glue in a little teeny tiny bottle. Get it to come down to the tip. There we go. And how far down does this need to go? Right about to the red line. Okay. So I am going to line this up with the paper. And all I did, guys, was I traced around the time cards on the sheet of paper. So these fit perfect. Now for this, all I'm going to do is glue around these edges. So first I want to make sure this has not got glue on it, because I don't want to glue that. And I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue right on these very edges. And then I'm going to line this up with that. And glue my edges down. And this is going to give us another little hidden pocket that we can put one of the tags into. And it's a little bit longer, so I'm just going to snip that off on the back side. And when this dries, now I had to cut a tag before to fit the pocket. Like that one won't fit. None of these are going to fit without being trimmed down. However, this one will. So we'll put this tag into, oh, let me see if I can get it in there without ungluing stuff. We're just going to slide it into the pocket. I'm not sliding it all the way down. And I may make another tag that will fit better. So, but for now, that's how that's going to look. So, I could trace around this tag. That's what we'll do. Put that little one back on here. I think we want this part, because I know this tag will fit in the pocket. So let's line this all up. Take our pencil. And trace that out. Okay. And then what I do is I just do this, because we can use these scraps for all kind of things. So they just go into the scrap pile. So now I have another tag that's the same size as that tag. So which one? That one does not have a pocket. This one has a pocket. And it's a tight pocket, but I think that's the one we just made. Yep. So I don't want to squish that all the way down in there. And then this is the one that was made previous. And now this little card. And we can put it on the back side so it has that pretty pattern. And there you go. So we made these, and these can be put into any of these other little embellishment things. Set those aside. Then what I did, I took this piece of paper from the kit. This was a full-size sheet. I shrank it and put 4 to a page. I am making that into tiny envelopes. I also shrank the little kiwi bird from the napkin and made him into little stamps. And so there should be another one of these, because I had 4 pages. I may have misplaced one. And I'm going to show you how to turn these into hidden paper clips. So I had another green paper clip out. If I can't find it, I'll get out another one. We're just going to, oh, here it is. So I have a green paper clip. So what I did was I used these lines to determine, well, to help determine folding. I folded it. I cut the little mini pages out. And then I folded this over. Now what I did was I came down here and I made my little flaps. So, and I have to turn it over. I can't do it that way. So now we have this shape. So now I'm just going to fold the little flaps in. Fold the little flap in on that side. Fold it back up. And if it's not straight, which sometimes it doesn't come out right, I'm going to very carefully trim that off. Then what I do, I semi-fold it in half because I want to round my corners and I want them to look evenly rounded. So there you go. Now I'm going to take my little tiny glue again. Little tiny bead of glue there. Little tiny bead of glue there. Fold that back up. Glue that down. So now we have a fully functioning envelope. With this little flap. And this is where the paper clip is going to go. But before we can do that, this is where your scraps come in handy. Let's see what I got that's smaller. That's not on card, though. It'll be one moment. Okay, this one's on card and it's not cut straight, but that's okay. I'm going to straighten it up. Okay. I need it to be as long as the longest side of the paper clip. I'm going to trim it off. So we're just going to put our paper clip on here. And I'm going to trim this off. Thusly. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is glue this to this. Okay. And get rid of my little pop-ups that keep coming up. Okay. So I'm just going to glue this in about the middle to there. Like that. And let's see. And if the paper clip shows a little bit, that's fine. I can scooch. That was a dog. I don't know what happened. So let's see. Let's pull it up a little bit. My flap's not quite big enough on this envelope. So if I pull, and if the paper clip comes up, that's fine. You can put a dangle on there. We may do that. So I'm just looking to make sure that I can glue this down. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take tacky glue. And glue around the paper clip. Now, some people will put fun foam in that little divot. I don't worry about that, you guys. You can. I just don't. And I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to press it. Make sure it's on there straight. So now it will paper clip to the page. Did I do that right? Wait a minute. Yes. I did that correctly. No, I did not. I did not do that correctly. Time out, remove. It goes this way, guys. It goes this way. And I'm going to slide it up just a little bit. It goes so that the top of the paper clip is at the top of the envelope. That's what I didn't do. And I am not worried about that not being straight. That's not going to matter when all is said and done. Okay. So it'll paper clip over your page. The envelope will flip out and have room for a card in it. So it's like a secret pocket and a tuck at the same time. Now we've got to cover this up. So that's why I'm not worried about how straight that is. I need a piece of card. There's where this will come in handy. How wide do I need it to be? We'll go from over here. I don't want the light side. And I want to glue it down and then I'll trim it. So all I'm going to do again, the tacky glue. All around it. Take my piece of paper, which is definitely not straight. Let's do it this way. I'm going to trim it. Well, let me get it straight. Okay. That looks much better. And now I'm going to glue this on here, thusly. Flip it over and trim the excess off. But make it straight, because remember, that wasn't straight. Okay. And then what I did was I took from the little kiwi napkin this little leaf section. And I think for this one, I want that leaf. So I'm going to just do some tearing. And now I'm going to get the glue stick, because I do napkins with glue stick. And now that's embellished, and it's going to flip over like this. Now, I did shrink the little kiwi down into a little tiny and made him into stamps. And I'm going to apply that over here in this corner of our little envelope. And just put him on here. So our little envelope now has a little kiwi on there. It is a paper clip. It's a hidden paper clip embellishment that we can use anywhere in our stuff. So I'm just going to set that one aside to dry. I have these other two already made. Let's see. Somewhere, I thought I had, bear with me just a moment. This is the page that I shrank down to make my envelopes. This I'm going to turn into just a trifold and put probably a little tabby kind of closure on here. But I'm going to turn this into a trifold pocket thing. But this is that same page that I used to make the envelope. The little mini envelopes. So it's just, if I turn my page around, you can see this is this part of the page. So they got shrank way down. And that one still has to dry. So, these are all the cut aparts. This is going to be a trifold. So what I want to do is take this piece off of this page. Okay. And I want to make pockets. Let me trim this little white edge off. And what I'm thinking is, because I folded it with the pretty flowers on the inside, and I actually want it to go like this. So because that's how I folded it, we can embellish the outside. So I have some of these little fern pieces from the napkin. Oh, that's pretty. Just like that. That's really pretty. And I'm just going to tear off the bottom edge so it's not straight anymore. Tear off this edge where I've cut it. It'll blend better when we do this. And I got glue on my finger, so it's sticking to me. And I'm going to remove a lot of this white part. Like that. And then we're going to glue this down here. So I need to glue. That glue stick's about empty, so I'm getting out a new one. There we go. And I'm just going to put the glue where I want the embellishment to be. I'm thinking and then I'm going to take my glue stick and go over the top of it, which when this dries will seal the napkin on both sides. So we have that. On this, I think I want to take these words off from around the bird. But I want to tear the edges so that it's not straight and smooth. I think I'm just going to put it up here. So we're just going to put this here. Oop, I tore it, so I'm just going to tear that piece off. And put that all down like that. Now, I don't think the kiwi bird, he won't fit, so I'm going to take some of the fern again. And I'm going to get rid of the straight edges. Like that. And I think I'm just going to embellish it here. Oh, wait. Wait. I have kiwi birds that I shrank somewhere. Oh, they're not very big. They aren't big at all, so we will not use those. We will use the fern. Okay, now this has to be set aside to dry. And then we're going to embellish the inside with this. So I'm just going to move this off to the side for now. And that piece of paper we're going to use for the pockets goes with it. Glue cap. Okay. Now we have the envelopes that came in the kit. And I'm just going to fold these up. And fold the flap in. And fold the flap in. Oops. That did not fold. I don't know what happened there. Let me redo how I have that folded. There we go. And we need to fold this flap over. Okay. That looks right. So I'm just going to take glue. Get my little topper thing out of the way. Now, I don't really like these sticking up like that, so mine are going away. I'm just going to cut them off. And then that's going to fold down. And now, actually, we could fold it further. Oh, yes, we can. We can bring it over more. Let's do that. Since we got rid of those little edgy things. Now, here's my thing. Usually, this is always the prettier side of an envelope for a kit. Always. But if you want to have access to your envelope, usually we end up gluing them down. So we have access to the envelope. My answer to that was glue this down in, and I'll show you that. We'll glue it in one of these little booklets. Glue this side down so that it will flip up and you have your pocket. Or glue it down like this and it'll flip open and you have your pocket. So this way you don't lose the pretty. Now this one's a little different because the pretty's on the flap. So let's fold our flaps in first. And we're going to fold this up. And I'm sorry about the dogs, you guys. I wish I knew where the pause was on here. There's not a pause. It's either recording or not recording, which is a little annoying sometimes. Okay, and I want to do the same thing. I'm going to do it before I glue. Excuse me. So I'm going to do this before I glue because I can fold my flap down how I want it. And we're going to fold our flap over. And like I said, this one there's a pretty on the flap. This is also pretty. So I don't know how I'm going to do this one yet. Except we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this down. And we are going to glue this down here. And glue this up. And I may need to cut out some more little kiwi stamps. I have them cut out. Let me reach over here in my little bucket, because we just made 2 envelopes. And get out 2 of my little stamps. I made 48 to a page. Okay. And I need to get my little ink daubery thing. Where did it go? I have a lot of stuff on my desk, you guys. And we're going to just put him right there. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back. And press him down. That needs to dry. Where's the other one? I'm going to take this one. Ink up the edges on that one. A little bit of glue. And put it in this corner. And there we go. Oops, he's crooked. Let's put him on there straight. So, and I put him on upside down. Oh no, turn it around, put it correctly. Yep, let's put it on here correctly. I put him upside down. And get that glue off, sort of. Okay, so there we have that. And our flap. We're going to let those dry. We've got a lot of stuff drying. A lot of moving parts today. Just set those back there to dry. We have this over here drying. Okay, next. I thought I had a third file. I do. Somewhere. There was 3 file folders that I made. 3 small ones. I took coffee dyed paper and some of the pages from the kit that I shrank to 2 to a page and put them together and made like little mini file folder journals. Will they fit in these pockets? No. They would without the flap though. Ha. We may want to cut their little tabs off, because then they would be little. Let's do that. Let's cut the little tabs off, because that fits in there perfectly. And let's do this one that way too. Let's check it. Yep, the little tabs must go. So we'll take the little tabs off. This one is already decorated on the outside, on the front cover. This one is not. But I thought I had a third one, you guys, and that's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Set that over there. I do have a bigger one. And I have that. Maybe that's what that big piece of cutoff was for. Was to trace another one. But I don't think so. I don't think it was big enough. Okay. Because I had to trace around a mini file folder from a different kit to get my mini file folders. And I don't need the tabs. These are just going to go in these little envelopes. So that will work. Let's get our garbage picked up. Where is that cast off piece? Well, it's not a cast off piece, but yeah. So I used a file. I had a kit that had a mini file folders in it. It was 2 folders to a page. I printed those out again on card, cut one out, used it, traced around it to get these little mini file folders. So that's how these were made, but I used pages from the kit. You could simply put 2 pages to a page and do that. Because as we cut the tabs off, they're not mini file folders any longer. Now this one I made, this is a template. I went on Pinterest and typed in mini file folder printable template. And that's how this came, and I printed it on this sheet from the kit. That's where the cutoff piece came from. It came from this paper. So if I knew where my cutoff piece was, it was just the rest of this page. I cut it off. So I've already glued part of the kiwi napkin on here. I am going to go ahead now and cut this out since you all could see. It was just a template, free download from Pinterest. I printed it out. And I'm going to try to cut on the inside of this black line because I don't want the black line. Around my corner. Oh, I wanted the inside of the line. I'll go back. Let's get the inside of the line. There we go. I am so used to cutting on the outside of the line or right on the line that cutting on the inside of the line is a little odd. Now what I'm going to do is fold it in half. I wonder why they did their tabs that way. I don't kind of like that. We're going to cut those off, guys. I don't like the way that looks. I do not like the tabs being on opposite sides. And those are awfully big tabs. Cut them off. Whack-a-doodle. Okay. It won't affect anything. Or it shouldn't affect anything. My paper's not folded straight, so let's retry. Now it wants to fold there. There we go. Now what I do, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to trimmy. I'm going to trim around the corner to make my corner even with the other corner. I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. Round my corners evenly. So it's the same. Oh, it's not the same. On the front and the back. Okay. Let me pick up all the scraps. I just didn't like the way that file folder was. So now, I went ahead and cut down some paper. I have coffee dyed paper. I have a little piece of paper from the kit. More coffee dyed from the kit. Coffee dyed. Piece of dictionary paper. A doily, which needs to get moved up before I sew this in. A piece of coffee dyed. And another piece from the kit. Okay? So these all go like this. It's going to go in here. In our little book. Let me find the middle of this signature. And line all this up. Line it up with the fold. And I need 2 of the giant paper clips. one to hold that side. And one to hold that side. I already have my needle threaded, ready to go. And I am just going to poke a hole here. Come to the back. I want to go down to about here. All the way up. Poke a hole about here. And go back through the middle. I want to be on the other side of that middle thread, so I'm just going to move it over. And let's see. Get that out of the way. Needle on the other side of that. There we go. And pull it tight. Unthread. Put this back on its magnet up there. And I'm going to tie my knots. And snip off the threads. Oh, that's got like little raggedy things on it. I don't like, oh, there they go. And we're going to unhook the paper clips and just set them off to the side. Get the scissors off the glass mat because that makes a lot of racket. And there we go. Oh, I think I might know where a fourth envelope went. Not in that one. What about in this one? I sewed one in and I put an envelope in the middle of it. So we now have 3 file folders. These 2 are going to go in envelopes. Don't know what we're going to do with that one. But the kiwi bird will fit on here. Which side is right? This is right side 2. Oh, he's already on there. This is right side 2. Because it has dictionary paper. And that's the top of that one. Okay. They're all upright now. Set them off to the side. This was in the kit as well. And it was a trifold, and I added a magnet under here and put the metal embellishment. And that page is not wanting to lay flat. So let's just do a trimmy on the edges of the pages if they're not wanting to lay flat. Just the very edge off. That should fix that now. Yes. And so it's another like little mini journaling book thing. And I need to trim the bottom edges as well. So I think there's going to be one more video after this. We're going to get all the embellishments that I had planned made. Poor little kiwi bird. This is the one. He lost his little head. I sewed a pocket in the middle. So that's where the, I don't know if y'all can see down in there. The threads are down in the pocket. Can you see that? Yes. So I sewed it, then I closed the pocket. So there's this one also. And then we were going to finish working on this trifold. So these are dry. Yep. And let's see. We got to get the top right. So this is the top, bottom. I'm going to make 3 pockets. So we may do another one where we embellish these embellishments more. You know what? I should have just probably glued that straight across. But then it's going to be bulky in the middle where the folds are. I think that looks good. So we're going to put glue on 3 edges. And it looks like Melody just laid lace down and scanned it over a background, which is gorgeous. Okay, so we have that one. And I need to cut this one right about there. So I just want to fold this straight. And we're just going to cut that off. And that will make a pocket. I want to trim it just a little bit though, because I don't want it to get caught in the fold. Okay. Grab this little piece so it's not in my way. A little bit of glue along the 3 edges. And I'm going to line that up with the bottom edge, maybe. Yep. And then this is going to go right here. And we're going to have to trim off some. So let's see. Let me hold it how I want it to go on here. And then I'm just going to trim it. Trim it off. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing. It goes like this. So I want glue along 3 edges again. Just press that in. Now what I need to decide is, because it's a tri-fold, it folds, or it's supposed to fold straight, and it's not folding straight. Let me refold this part. There we go. We have our tri-fold. We have our 3 pockets. What are we going to do up here, if anything? That's the thing. We could do stuff up there. We could make flips. We could... There's all kind of stuff we could do. Just decorate it, because we're going to put tags in here. Like this might be... Well, these tags are too big. So what tags do we have? We have these larger tags. They won't fit either. Nope. None of our tags are going to fit. So, for that reason, I'm going to trim them. And in order to trim them, I'm going to fold them in half. Well, I'm not going to fold. I don't want to crease my paper. But this gets some off both sides because of the tops being rounded. And I'm going to open them back up again. That should now fit. Now I can use this one to trim the other ones. Yes. I just have to line up the tops. That's not trimming how I wanted it, I don't think, but I'm going to go with it. See, that one looks odd. It does. It looks odd. So I'm going to semi-fold it again. I'm going to redo the top rounding because that one looked odd. And come down the side. I don't know why, but that paper seems to have folded over, so we're just going to come back. There we go. Much better looking tag. And I think these will now fit in our pockets. So we have one more to go, this one. And I'm going to just do it like we've been doing. Loosely fold it, not to crease it or anything, because I don't want to give it a crease. And just take a little bit off, which will take it off of both sides at the same time. So that when I open it back up, it will be perfect. Or it'll look like it was meant to be that way. There we go. So these are our 3 tags we're going to put here. And we need to decorate these as well. So that's why I said there may be a third video where we come back and we embellish some stuff. So I'm going to leave these 3 tags in here. And we got to figure out a closing method for this. And I thought I had that refolded. It just didn't stay. I have a bone folder. I forget I have it. So let me refold this and varnish it really good. And do that over here. There we go. Now it should be fine. And we got our tags in there. We have this refolded. So that's got to be embellished on the next show. We have these 3 tags now made to put in something. And here's what I'm thinking for these 3 tags. And we have these tags made. Now these we could use maybe in here and attach them with washi and have fold outs. Where's the other one with the pocket? So we could put these 2 here and we could create fold out pages. That's what we might do. I just got to find some washi that's going to work with this kit. So that could work, or yeah, that will work. We could do that. Create washi. Oh, wait. We could create washi. We have these border pieces. Let's see. Let's work on it. Let me cut this one out. Ooh, but which one? I think this one. And let's just cut that off. We're going to need 2 different kinds of washi. Because this will create 2 strips. So we can use it on the inside. Now on the outside, I'm thinking, oh, this one, the dark green. So let's just cut it out as well. And I don't like the white edge, so let me get rid of that real fast. I left a little bit too much white. So I'm just going to trimmy. And then cut this little piece off down here. Okay. So here's what we're going to have. This is what my thoughts are. This is going to get cut in half. This is going to get cut in half. And this one I'm thinking, or I may need to, see, I hate to print out a whole other sheet just to get one little strip of washi. Let's rethink. Let's rethink it. What scraps do I have? That's cardstock scraps. Looking to see. I don't really have that many from this kit. So, we might use this strip. Or this, oh, well, let's use this wider one. What's on the inside here? Oh, that's perfect. Let me cut this. Cut the edge. And cut the edge. Okay. So here's what we can do. We can also use these two, and then it will kind of all match. Take those away, maybe. And let's trim these out. And I'll tell you what I'm thinking. We're going to use double-sided tape to create this washi. So I'm thinking, oops, I lost a piece of paper. I got to trim this one. And we may do this on the next recorded. And I'll be right back. That was the hubster calling. Okay, so back to where we were. This is going to be counted, I think, as part of the embellishment process. I don't want to make this video really, really long. So here's what, let me get rid of all these little snippets. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. This piece cut in half, and we'll put it on this side, because these, yeah. And then on this side, we will use these pieces to connect this side together with double-sided tape, and we'll use this piece over here to connect this one together. You know, we could do that really quick, probably. So, let's move some stuff out of our way. So, we need probably the ½ inch. Would that work? ½ inch will work. Okay, cool. I'm going to move our book and our tags, our little booklet out of the way. Move these. Okay, we have these 2 strips. If I can get it to lay on here straight. And it's not wanting to go straight, and I don't want to pull it tight until I get it straight. Oh, it's not going to go straight. Why is it not going to? Oh, shoot. Okay, I think we still have plenty to do with, let's see, put this here and stick my stuff from my tape. Now it's going to go straight. That's good. And tear it off at the bottom. And we're going to snip that. Oops, where's the scissors? Snip that off. Snip off where it tore. And that's still plenty long enough, so we're good. Now get this one. And snip off the little end where it's wanting to be sticky. Okay. Now this, I want to cut up the middle. I'm going to just guesstimate the middle, guys. And I'm going to put a piece of tape and I think, let's see, we can do the 1/8 next to it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so there's that one. Now let's prepare this one. And it's got picked up a piece of snippet. Okay, I gotta cut this edge off because it's wanting to stick to stuff. Okay. And I'm just put this here. Now this one I'm going to need to trim a little bit. That's okay. Seal my tape back up, put it off to the side, and I'm going to trim this paper. Right up against the tape. Like that. Okay. So now, these two are going to go on the outside. And make sure we are all right side up. We're going to do one side at a time. I'm going to line these up. They're not going to line up at the bottom. I want to kind of center this because it's It's not exact. And I'm peeling off the backing of my tape. We're going to trim that. Let's get the scissors and go on and do a trimmy, trimmy, trimmy. And that's going to fold closed like that. And then on the inside, we're going to put this one. But I don't want to obscure. I don't think we need any on the inside, to be honest. I think that's going to be fine. Okay, so let's do this one. Outside. I'm going to do it upside down. I just have to make sure this is upside down. Again, I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. I'm not going to center it. I'm going to center it. I'm not going to match the tops or bottoms because it would be off. But let's get a line here that we can use. And where's our tape? This one. We're going to peel the tape off. Oh, that's way too much of a gap. We have to leave room for it to fold over. But I still think that's too much. I think that is good right there. Okay, let's cut these tapes off of here. And where'd the bone folder go? Wish y'all could see my desk right now. So, this goes like this. And it goes like that. And so now we have a quadruple fold out. With tags, we're going to put tags in here. That is awesome. We're going to embellish, but at a later date. Okay, so we have that. We made this envelope. Let's get out this little booklet. I think we should put the envelope as a flip out here. And it's going to have its little file folder booklet inside of it. So, since we're going to do it as a flip out, we can glue the flap. So, I'm going to just put it where I want it to go, which is right about here. And then, of course, move it across your page because, yeah. Okay, and where is its little file folder booklet? Here's the file folder. I'm just going to slide that down in there. Close that over. There we have it. We can probably put the other one in here. And I want to say, do we want to do it this way? And I think that's the way to go. But what are we going to do about closing it? Or we could hang it over a page and paper clip it on. I like that. Let's do that. And get one of the little green paper clips. Where's that little box? I love these, that they came in colors, and I like that they're green. Before we clip it, let's put its little file folder in it. Hang it over our page. Okay, now why is it not wanting to fold? Come on, the file folder's the right size. I don't know why it's not folded correctly, but we're going to just put it on here. I'm going to recrease it. That's all I can do. And put a paper clip on there. So that's what we have. That envelope, all these coffee dyed papers. We still have our magnet. Oh, I just put that in there upside down, didn't I? I don't guess it matters on that. This book goes this way. So we still have our magnetic closure. We have this. That all works good together. So there we go with that. We put one in there. We are working on this. We have these tags which can fit. Well, that has tags. They can fit in this book, which that may be what we do. Find a place to put some pockets and put these really larger tags in here. And in here and in this file folder, which I'm still working on this idea, we have our little tiny envelopes. We have these other tags that we can use. Plus we have paper we can cut tags from. So several different things that we're still working on. We have our 3 little paper clip envelopes. We have this with the magnetic closure as well. It's another little journaly, wallet-y kind of book that you can just throw in your purse. More tags. Yep, we still have more tags that we can use. And we have paper that we can still cut tags out of that's not used yet. So, I think the next step, that's still a washi tape. That's a washi tape. The next step is going to be embellishing these projects. And here was, oh, it's another time card that we can make into a tag and put in here again with the larger booklet. And the way I would turn this into a tag, oh, there's a credit card way. I don't have a credit card. Just angle, because this one's really stiff. I'm going to try to do this by eyeball. That actually looks pretty good. We're going to leave it alone. So there we go. So the next video is going to be embellishing these embellishments. And then that's going to be the end. I think there's plenty that I think I really made a lot of embellishments from the kit. Hopefully I've shown you some really good ideas on different ways to use paper kits other than as a journal. So we do have all of that. And it's ready to go, ready for embellishing. So I think that's going to be our next step, is embellishing these items that we've made from the kit with pockets. And we have plenty of stuff to cut pockets from, plenty of things to decorate with. So we're going to be filling this out some, pockets and smaller tags. I still have not finished with this one yet, you guys. Father's Day is tomorrow. So most men have a trifold wallet. So for this, you could put different levels, credit cards. And I do have credit cards we can use and see how to make that work. It's a little bit late because Father's Day is tomorrow. But it's an idea. As it can also go in a woman's purse because of the sunflowers on it. You would want to make it out of different paper. But I'm thinking, where is one of my little credit card things? My scrapers. I usually have one on my table loose. But right now my table has a lot of stuff on it. Bear with me for just a moment. I'll get a different one. Okay. So you could put one here, 2, maybe 3 of these, but even if you only did 2 here and 2 here, that's 4 of these cards. And then, you know, I was thinking we're gonna just have to work on this tomorrow or the next video, because there's a lot to this. I wish I had thought of it sooner for Father's Day, but yes, there's a lot to that project. And let me put those where I can find them again. Okay, so we're going to embellish. But so far, what we've made, let's just recap what we've made so far. We had the 3 little paper clip envelopes. This one's not wanting to lay flat yet. But we have our 3 little paper clip envelopes. We have like a mini journal kind of thing here. We have this quadruple fold that we're working on. And we're going to embellish it more. So we have this, and it, if I can get it to fold how I want it, like this. We have those. We have this that we're going to be working on as a trifold something. These we're going to put in this bigger book. So we're going to embellish this book and add these tags. We discussed this little mini journal here. And we have this also. I love this shape. As a mini, and we're going to continue embellishing it. We put an envelope in there with a little pull-out mini folder journal. So we have a lot still to do on these embellishments. I hope y'all like what I'm doing with the kit. Melody, I hope you like what I'm doing with your kit as far as embellishments go. I think this is awesome. And these embellishments could be used with a journal or outside of a journal. That's what I was thinking. Because this could go in a journal and then be removed from the journal. It could be a standalone item on its own using kit pages. Like I just shrunk them down and included them in here. So all of that is possible with these kits. So I hope y'all like what I'm doing. And I have one more video for this where we're going to embellish everything. And I may embellish it off camera because everybody knows how to add pockets and things and then do a walkthrough. So that's a possibility too. Embellish it off camera because everything is made that I'm going to make. I can do the embellishments and do a walkthrough and explain what I've done. And that may be how I go. Let me know in the comments below, would you rather see an embellishments or just the walkthrough with the embellishments? That's an idea. So thanks everybody. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and don't forget the thumbs up. Thank y'all. Bye.